Hey kiddos, today we're going to talk about something called claim, evidence, and reasoning, CER for short. And CER stands, the first letter in the CER framework stands for something called claim. In science, we make claims to respond to certain questions. Now, after we make that claim, we have to have evidence that supports that claim. We have to have data or research that really supports that statement we make. So if we just make a claim, we don't have any evidence, then it's a baseless claim. So we must have research and data that supports the claim that responds to that question we make. And finally, we have the reasoning section of our CER scenarios. Reasoning ties up your evidence to your claim. So it's usually based on a scientific principle or knowledge of a scientific concept. But in this section, usually written in paragraph form, we explain why our evidence supports our claim. So really, how does it tie our evidence to our claim? So why does the evidence support your claim? And this usually is the most troublesome part of the CER concept, trying to explain why your evidence supports your claim. So we're going to do an example together about a little girl and her dad. So what I want you guys to do is have your CER framework sheet, and we're going to write this in as we go, starting with our question.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. He speaks a weird language. He drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just look at him. And one more thing, he has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
Okay, so let's go back and see the question. The question, first of all, we'll go down here. The question is, hey, is the little girl's dad an alien? That's the question. So her claim was, hey, her dad is an alien. Now, she had to have evidence to back that claim up. So what was her evidence? And you can go back and watch that if you want to. But her evidence was, hey, he speaks a weird language. He has a spaceship from a place with a weird name, drinks green stuff, looks funny. So all those things were evidence to her that allowed her to make that claim her dad's an alien. So he kind of gargled with his drink. He had a spaceship was his car. Albuquerque was the place with the weird name, drinks green stuff, looks funny. He had the weird bike outfit on. So these were all the different bullet points of evidence that support her claim that her dad is an alien. Now, lastly is the reasoning section. This is where you tie in or explain why your evidence supports that claim. So we usually do this in written form. This would be an example of how you explain how your evidence supports your claim. It says, the little girl's dad is an alien. Aliens drink green stuff, and they speak a weird language. They have spaceships, places, and that come from places that have weird names. They look funny, and they also walk funny. The little girl's dad drinks green stuff. He has a spaceship of his own, and he walks weird. He also looks weird like an alien. Her dad speaks a weird language, and finally, he's from a place with a weird name. Therefore, her dad is an alien. So if you look at this section, basically what this student is doing is tying in, hey, aliens usually do weird things like walk funny or have spaceships or drink weird stuff. And the student goes on to say, hey, my dad or the dad does those same things that aliens do. So because aliens do those things and my dad is doing those things, then my dad must be a space alien. So the reasoning section, written in paragraph form, kind of restates your claim, lists the evidence, and it explains why the evidence supports your claim. On that knowledge that, hey, we think or we know that aliens do those things. So claim, evidence, and reasoning.